Good evening, everyone. Apologies for the slight delay there. Just give us a couple minutes, see if any more join in. Can somebody confirm you can hear me okay? You're all going to have to live with the shirt. Basically, I'm meant to be in Benidorm right now for Ram McCulloch Stag Do, and unfortunately, I'm here doing this. So this is the shirt I would have been wearing tonight, wowing the crowds of the karaoke bars of Benidorm, but unfortunately, I'm in the kitchen instead. But hopefully, we get an hour's enjoyment out of this anyway. Same format as always. There's slightly more points up for grabs this week, which will all become apparent eventually. First round is general knowledge, music, lyrics is the second round. Uh, the picture round is flags, sport round four, and then the final round is a Netflix round. But plenty of people will be able to get them whether you watch Netflix or not. The same format as always. If you keep count of your, I'll read the questions out. Sorry, 30 seconds in between. Uh, Bad volume. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Yeah, so 30 seconds for each question. And each round, I'll read down the answers. I say everybody just keep a tally of your own score. The prize this week kindly been donated by Betty Bailey. Thanks to Graham again for sorting it out. She'll bake the lucky winner. So I have a fruit soda myself. Would highly recommend it. Cheese and bacon soda or even a cake, she says, up for grabs as well. So good luck to the eventual winners. We'll get started in a minute or two here, see if any more join in. Thanks again to Fish and Janine last week for the prize, and the winners were delighted. Sorry, the last thing, the Just Giving page, which most of you have donated to, which is great. We've so far got 275 quid, and it's going to the food bank there at the Malaya Community Association have been running for the last few weeks. I've seen today they were out shopping, getting the stocks back up, so it should help them greatly. I'll post the link in there again for anybody that wants to donate, but it's been great so far. It really has. And again, thanks to Graham for sorting that out. Right, so we will get going with the first round, which is general knowledge. Right, so question one, general knowledge. Boris Johnson and his fiancee welcomed a baby boy this week. What is his fiancee's name? It's question one. Boris Johnson and his fiancee welcomed a baby boy this week. What is his fiancee's name? That is Boris's fiancee, not the baby boy's fiancee. Question two. What is the world's largest land mammal? Question two. What is the world's largest land mammal? Question three. Which music festival takes place in the village of Pilton? Question three. Which music festival takes place in the village of Pilton? Question 4. Which New York building was opened on this day in 1931? Question 4. Which New York building was opened on this day in 1931? Question 5. Animal Farm in 1984 were books written by which author? Question 5. Animal Farm in 1984 were books written by which author? Question 6. Which long running BBC radio drama had to come off the air this week after running out of episodes? Question 6. Which long running BBC radio drama had to come off the air this week after running out of episodes? Well, it's a clue for anybody who wants to chase today. I didn't. Question 7. In meteorology, what does the Beaufort scale measure? Question 7. In meteorology, what does the Beaufort scale measure? Question 8. Which country has won the most Eurovision Song Contests? Question 8. Which country has won the most Eurovision Song Contests? Question 9. Michael B. Jordan played the son of which fictional sportsman? Question 9. Michael B. Jordan played the son of which fictional sportsman? Question 10. In the Belfast edition of Monopoly, which property replaces Mayfair? It's question 10. In the Belfast edition of the board game Monopoly, which property replaces Mayfair? So, does anybody want any of those read out again? The Stephen saying there the audio wasn't great. I hope that's tidied up a bit. If anybody wants to copy me and buy one of these shirts, which I think is actually a blouse because the buttons don't go up any further, got it from the finest Alibaba I could offer. Question 3, Stuart. Which music festival takes place in the village of Pilton? Question 7. In meteorology, what does the Beaufort scale measure? Question 9. Michael B. Jordan played the son of which fictional sportsman? And question 5. Animal Farm in 1984 were books written by which author? Any more? Give you a couple of seconds for a run down the answers. Excuse me. No, okay, then we'll run down the answers for round 1. Question 1, which I think most people will know. Boris Johnson and his fiancée welcomed a baby boy this week. His fiancée is Carrie Simmons. Question 2. The world's largest land mammal is the elephant. Question 3. Glastonbury Festival takes place in the village of Pilton. Although Glastonbury is the name of it, it is actually in the village of Pilton. Glastonbury is about 3 miles away. Question four. Which New York building was opened on this day in 1931? It's the Empire State Building. Question five. Animal Farm in 1984 were books written by George Orwell, which was the question on the chase, apparently. Question six. The long-running BBC radio drama that run out of episodes is The Archers. Question seven. The Beaufort scale measures wind speed. Question eight. Ireland has won the most Eurovision Song Contests. I believe it's 7 they've won. And question nine, which I thought was quite tricky. Michael B. Jordan played the son of Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed, obviously from the Rocky series of movies. And finally, question 10. In the Belfast edition of Monopoly, the highest value property replacing Mayfair is Parliament Building, Stormont. So if you all want to take a note there of your total for that round, we'll kick into round two, which is we're going back to music lyrics this week because a lot of people seem to enjoy that one. Folks, you can post your scores if you want, but if you want to keep them we get to the end of round four. It's only 1 point per question for that round, by the way, I was meant to say. Usually the toughest round. So, Stephen Angus on with 10. Alexa must be working hard tonight. So, we'll get going with round two then, which is music lyrics. Music lyrics will be a point for the act and a point for the song title. So, there's 2 points for each one here. So, number one. Another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favourite tune. That's number one. Another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favourite tune. Question two. Buddy, you're a boy. Make a big noise. Playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. Question two. Buddy, you're a boy. Make a big noise. Playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. Question three. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head before my darkness goes. Question three. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head before my darkness goes. Number four. Candlelight and soul forever. A dream of me and you forever. Say you believe it. Say you believe it. It's number four. Candlelight and soul forever. A dream of me and you forever. Say you believe it. Say you believe it. Number five. You find it in the deepest friendship, the kind you cherish all your life. Question five. You find it in the deepest friendship, the kind you cherish all your life. It is difficult to read these out without actually singing them. Number six. I want to run. I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. Number six. I want to run. I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. Number 7, Baby It's You. You're the only one I love. You're the only one I need. It's number 7, Baby It's You. You're the only one I love. You're the only one I need. Number 8, Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher, higher, it's burning through to my soul. It's Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher, higher, it's burning through to my soul. I could sing that one actually, Simon. Number 9, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. It's number 9, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. And finally, number 10, and did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. That's number 10. And did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. Not giving the whole point is to not give you any rhythm, makes it more difficult. So there's a point for the song title and a point for the artist. Anybody want any of those read out again? If somebody's willing to pay me, I'll maybe sing it for you. Any requests to be read out again? 6 is I want to run, I want to hide, I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. 7 is Baby It's You. You're the only one I love, you're the only one I need. Number 3, I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head, my darkness goes. And number 4, Candlelight and Soul Forever, a dream of me and you forever. Say you believe it, say you believe it. Number 2, Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, going to be a big man someday. Hold it, right. I'm going to run down all 10 here, all 10 in one go, and then I'm going straight into the answers. So, number 1, another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favourite tune. Number 2, Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, going to be a big man someday. Number 3, I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head, my darkness goes. Number 4, Candlelight and Soul Forever, a dream of me and you forever. Say you believe it, say you believe it. Number 5, you can find it in the deepest friendship, the kind you cherish all your life. Number 6, I want to run, I want to hide, I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. Number 7, Baby It's You, you're the only one I love, you're the only one I need. Number 8, Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising, higher, higher, it's burning through to my soul. Number 9, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. And number 10, and did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. Right, before we read out the answers, I need a drink after all that. So, a point for the artist, a point for the song title. Number 1, another sunny afternoon, walking to the sound of my favourite tune is What's a Story Morning Glory by Oasis. I think that one was simple enough. As the same with number two. Buddy, you're a boy. Make a big noise. Playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. That is We Will Rock You by Queen. Number three, it was very difficult to get lyrics for this one that don't actually include the name of the title. So I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head, my darkness goes. That's Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. Anybody who drinks the football club must have heard Raymond Crawford sing that before. Number four, Candlelight and Soul Forever. A dream of me and you forever. Say you believe it. Say you believe it. Scott Wilson's favourite band, the Spice Girls, with Two Become One. No, not sure I was on their album, the first album, Scott, and I'm not sure there. You can maybe clarify for us. Number five, you find it in the deepest friendship, the kind you cherish all your life. That is Flying Without Wings, and contrary to popular opinion, it's not by Graham Mann and Kaiser. It is indeed by Westlife. Number six, I want to run, I want to hide, I want to tear down the walls that hold me inside. That is Where the Streets Have No Name by U2. I think that one was simple enough as well. Number seven, Baby It's You. You're the only one I love. You're the only one I need. That is Love on Top by Beyonce. Thought that one was quite hard, but have to mix it up a bit. Number eight, Lord Almighty. I feel my temperature rising. Higher, higher. It's burning through to my soul. This is a song I should be singing in Benidorm at the minute. It is Burning Love by Elvis. Absolute belting song. Number nine, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, it is the opening sort of monologue to Lose Yourself by Eminem. Number 10, and did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. That is I'm Still Standing by Elton John. If you feel you need entertained after this, go and watch his performance of that last week. It is the most ridiculous performance I ever saw of a song in my life. I think he just got bored of singing it and decided he's just going to make up new words for it, but it is some laugh. So I think the highlight of the night for everybody is next. While you all calculate up your scores, we'll go into what's shocking about that round. Again, my firemen are sitting there wanting paid on to get everything in the quiz. Right, so the Old Guardian review for everyone. This one is another one gifted to me. Apologies to everyone, by the way. I took a couple of days off this week. Needed to recharge the batteries. But this one is another one donated from Scott McElroy. From the Bull House Brew Company, again in Ards there. It's called Green Power Sour. So I think we can all guess what it's going to taste like. Apple bubble gum sour. Great. I'm sure it'll be better than last week's, like, to be fair. Oh, Jesus, look at the colour of that. Look at that. And that's meant to be beer of some sort. Jesus. Here goes. Oh, sorry. The ABV, 4%, just a wee friendly one. Ease myself back into it this week. Oh, dear. Oh, Jesus. That is awful. Pretty. It doesn't even taste like drink. It's just like eating out sour sweets. Brutal. Oh, dear. I was thanks Scott for that, but I wouldn't really mean it. But at least that's going to be drinkable. It's not going to be like last week. Last week's was, I'm still not over last week's. On that one last week, Stouts Out. I highly recommend everybody tries it. It's $6.50 at 10. It's definitely worth trying for once in your life. It is fantastic. Anyway, on with the show. Thanks very much, David. Like this. Thanks for the compliment of the shirt. Right, so on the pictures, I still haven't worked out how to do this more technology friendly, but I'm just going to hold up the cameras. Uh, this week, again, it's not people. We're on the flags this week. 12 flags, a point per flag. I'll hold up for about 20 seconds and then we'll move on. So, flag one. If anybody's any issues with seeing it, please comment. Flag two. Together with Versus Arthritis, Leanna Bird discusses the challenges faced by her dad. My dad is an architect, so using his hands just comes with the job. Having arthritis Flag three. Affected how much he can do, and it takes away a lot of the enjoyment from his work. The condition causes inflammation in the joints, so the pain just shoots right through the hands and fingers. He can find holding the pen for too long really uncomfortable, and of course, it has an impact on the rest of his daily life too. Flag four. Dad has found several ways to really manage the pain, and he can still be focusing on the things he loves. So there's definitely a message of hope for other people with arthritis. Talking about it all will certainly help everyone's understanding. That's why Radio X is speaking out against arthritis. Flag five. Dream holiday, wouldn't want to miss that. A takeaway for free, wouldn't want to miss that. And 30 gigs for just £10 a month on Smarty Mobile. You definitely don't want to miss that. Flag six. 30 gigs of data and unlimited calls and text for just £10 a month on a 1-month plan. That's why Smarty won Best Value Phone Network in the Uswitch Mobile Awards 2020. Don't miss out. Search Smarty Mobile. Smart, simple, honest mobile. Smarty.co.uk. Flag seven. Oh, sorry. Flag seven. Flag eight. Flag nine. Flag 10. Flag 11. And finally, flag 12. So I'll hold them all back up again one by one and read the answers out as we go through them. Is there anyone in particular anyone would like to say again? . take that as a no. So I hold them up for 10 seconds and then read them out again. Right, so number one, this is simple enough. I don't really think I need to hold that one up again. Again, it's 1 point per correct flag. Number one is Canada. I'm sure you've all got that. Number two, again, quite simple, Argentina. Number three, again, number three, simple enough where Schenkel wants us all to go for a week in September. Turkey. Number four, number four, South Africa. Not too much point wasting much time on that one. Number five, as Big Phil has commented, get it, India. Number five is India. Number six, is Norway. So they're the simple ones. Sure, most of you got them, but from number seven, then the one people want to see. So number seven, to give you a bit more time with that one. Five seconds for you all to make a guess. Number seven is United Arab Emirates, UAE. Won't accept Dubai, won't accept Abu Dhabi. It is United Arab Emirates, UAE. Number eight, again, I think most people get that's Croatia. Number nine, 5 seconds. Have a final guess, everyone. Number nine is Singapore. Phil actually had me doubting myself for a minute, but it is Singapore. Number 10, I think everyone knows number 10. Whether they got it right or not is a different matter. But number 10 is the smaller of the two countries down there, it's New Zealand. Number 11, Kraken flag. I'm sure Dr. Sheldon Cooper could give you a bit of an yarn about that flag. Cracker. Two flags in one. Number 11 then, 5 seconds. Final guesses. Number 11 is Sri Lanka. That's a good joker, Holmes, actually. The home of Nataya Muralidharan, Sri Lanka. Number 12, the last one. Number 12, which I'm disappointed that Phil didn't get, talking about all football. Big Rizo's got it there. Number 12 is Macedonia, the home of European Cup winner Goran Pandev from Mourinho's Inter Milan team. Disappointed, Phil. Very disappointed. So there's 12 marks there for that round. Tally yourselves up with total how you're going. Don't think Ryan's playing, Liz. He was too busy pretending to be Bradley Wiggins earlier when I saw him. So that is 3 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. The last 2 rounds, sport and Netflix. So, yes, I have, Scott. I was trying to hold back because I knew you were busy there. Look at that. This is what you're having me drinking. Absolutely brutal. It is like brake fluid. If I knew what brake fluid was. It's just not enjoyable at all. I would rather that one was 10%. At least you're getting something out of it. I think it looks okay. I'll return the favour and get you one next. Right. Round 4. Round 4 is sport. Question 1. How many players are in a rugby league team? That is on-field players, not including subs. Number 1. How many players are in a rugby league team? Number 2. According to Forbes, who was the highest earning sportsman of 2019? Question 2. According to Forbes, who was the highest earning sportsman of 2019? Question 3. Which jockey retired on this day last year after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup? Question 3. Which jockey retired on this day last year after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup? As you can tell, it's getting harder to make questions, so there was a lot of looking at on this day. Which jockey retired on this day last year after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup? And it wasn't Zlatanville. Question 4. To the nearest mile, how long is the course for the boat race? Question 4. To the nearest mile, how long is the course for the boat race? Question 5. In 10-pin bowling, what is 3 consecutive strikes known as? Question 5. In 10-pin bowling, what is 3 consecutive strikes known as? Clearly, me and Graham were listening to the same radio station. Question 6. Which Grand Prix was contested at Hockenheim? Question 6. Which Grand Prix was contested at Hockenheim? Question 7. Which player has finished runner-up on most occasions in the World Snooker Championship? Question 7. Which player has finished runner-up on most occasions in the World Snooker Championship? I'll be impressed if he answers Zlatan, to be fair. But then he doesn't finish runner-up, he just wins. Question 8. Who won the first PDC World Championship title? Question 8. Who won the first PDC World Championship title? That's darts for anybody who doesn't know. Question 9. Which British athlete has won back-to-back Olympic gold medals in the triathlon? Question 9. Which British athlete has won back-to-back Olympic gold medals for the triathlon? Question 10. There's 3 points, one for each correct answer for question 10. So question 10 is name the top 3 in the all-time Premier League assists chart. That's question 10. Name the top 3 players in the all-time Premier League assist chart. Which 3 players have made the most assists? So does anybody want any questions read out again? I'll give you a minute to think about that last one. The top 3 all-time Premier League assisters. Cheers, Scott. Number 8. Who won the first PDC World Championship title? That's darts. Question 2. According to Forbes, who was the highest earning sportsman of 2019? Number 7. Which player has finished runner-up on most occasions in the World Snooker Championship? Jamie, you got me here. Do you actually want these questions read out again? Number 3. Which jockey retired on this day last year after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup? Question 4. To the nearest mile, how long was the course for the boat race? Question 5. In 10-pin bowling, what is 3 consecutive strikes known as? And question 8. Who won the first PDC World Championship title? 30 seconds, I'll run down the answers. Question 10, for those of you who are still thinking about it. Who was the top three in the all-time Premier League assist chart? It's a 3-point question. Point for each correct answer. Right, we'll run down them then. Question 1. How many players are in a rugby league team? It's 13. Rugby union is 15. Number 2. According to Forbes, the highest earning sportsman of 2019 was Lionel Messi. Greatest footballer of our generation, probably of all time. Question 3. Ruby Walsh retired on this day last year after winning the Punchestown Gold Cup on Kemboy. Question 4. The boat race course is 4.2 miles, so to the nearest mile, it's 4 miles. Probably shouldn't have made that question 4, actually. Question 5. In 10-pin bowling, 3 consecutive strikes is known as Norman Mitchell, Big Turkey. Question 6. It's the German Grand Prix that was contested at Hockenheim. The German Grand Prix. Question 7. The player who's finished runner-up on most occasions in World Snooker Championships, Jimmy White. Long-running battle with Stephen Hendry, could never beat him. Jimmy White with 7 runner-up. I think it's 6 or 7, I can't remember, but he's had the most runner-up. Question 8. The winner of the first PDC World Championship was Dennis Priestley. Dennis the Menace himself. Question 9. Which British athlete has won back-to-back Olympic gold medals for the triathlon? It is Alistair Brownlee. I'll give you half a point for Brownlee, but to get the whole point, the whole point has to be Alistair Brownlee. His brother also a triathlete, Johnny Brownlee, but you have half a point if you've just written Brownlee. Number 10, the top 3 in the all-time Premier League assist chart. Big Rams got very close there. I think Gazzola got the first one, Ryan Giggs. Second is indeed Cesc Fabregas. And third, Wayne Rooney. So there was 12 points for that round, 3 for the last question, 12 points in total. Does anybody need any answers again? George, why are you saying Rooney after I've just read it out? You don't get a point for that, I've already read the answer out. Right, folks, anybody who's in the running or wants to be considered, put your totals in after 4 rounds now. That's for everybody who's playing. Put your totals in for 4 rounds before we go into the Netflix round. Phil there on 40.5. Kate on 48. $44 for the Adamses, although there's about 5 adults and 45 dogs playing down there. $48. There's only 54 points. I'll be checking them answers next week. Right, so the last round is Netflix. Sorry, I've got a message there. Right, last round, Netflix. 12 points up for grabs, so technically still to play for. Question one. Better Call Saul is a spin off series for which popular Netflix show? Question one. Better Call Saul is a spin off series of which popular show? Question two. Season one of Narcos focused on the hunt for which criminal? Question two. Series one of Narcos focused on the hunt for which famous criminal? Question three. Which English football club is the topic of the Till I Die docuseries? Question three. Which English football club is the topic of the Till I Die docuseries? Question four. In the series House of Cards, which disgraced actor played the role of Frank Underwood? Question four. In the series House of Cards, which disgraced actor played the role of Frank Underwood? I know, SARS kill me. Question five. In Ozark, what is the name of the casino opened in Series 2 by the Birds? Question five. In Ozark, what is the name of the casino opened in Series 2 by the Birds? Question six. Which fantasy drama was Netflix's most viewed show in 2019? Question six. Which fantasy drama was Netflix's most viewed show in 2019? Question seven. Which US comedian is the current holder of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? Question seven. Which US comedian is the current holder of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? Question eight. Which Netflix series was set in Litchfield Penitentiary? Question eight. Which Netflix series was set in Litchfield Penitentiary? Question 9. The Defiant Ones. Sorry, the Defiant Ones. I've spelled that wrong on the question. Is a documentary focusing on Dr. Dre's relationship with which music producer? Question 9. The Defiant Ones is a documentary focusing on Dr. Dre's relationship with which music producer? Flips out Graham splash out the £6, mate. Question 10. Which three legendary actors starred together for the first time in The Irishman? Question 10. Which three legendary actors starred together for the first time in The Irishman? There's a point for each correct answer for that one. A 3-point question. Which three legendary actors starred together for the first time in The Irishman? Does anybody need any of those read out again? Phil is right. That is a cracking series. Number 1. Better Call Saul is a spin-off series of which popular show? Better Call Saul is a spin-off series of which popular show? Number 6. Which fantasy drama was Netflix's most viewed show in 2019? Question 7. Which US comedian is the current holder of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? Question 5. In Ozark, what is the name of the casino opened in Series 2 by the Birds? What is the name of the casino opened in Series 2 by the Birds? Anything else? Number 9. The Defiant Ones is a documentary focusing on Dr. Dre's relationship with which music producer? If we don't take anything else out of tonight, stick with Ozark. It is fantastic. It's slow to begin with, but it is a great show once you get to season 2. Anything else before we go down the answers? Right, so question 1. Better Call Saul is a spin-off series from Breaking Bad. Saul Goodman. Question 2. Narcos focused on the hunt in series 1 and 2, focused on the hunt of Pablo Escobar. Question 3. Which English football club is the topic of the Till I Die series? It is Sunderland. Question 4. In House of Cards, Kevin Spacey played the role of Frank Underwood. Question 5. In Ozark, the name of the casino is the Missouri Belle. Question 6. The most viewed Netflix show of 2019 was The Witcher, which I didn't believe, but apparently it's true. Question 7. Which US comedian is the current holder of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? It's Dave Chappelle. Absolute genius he is. Question 8. The Netflix series that was set in Litchfield Penitentiary, it is Orange is the New Black. The Defiant Ones is a documentary that focuses on Dr. Dre's relationship with Jimmy Iovine. Question 10. The Irishman starred for the first time De Niro, Pacino, and Joe Pesci. A point for each correct answer there. There was a Tiger King question in the first week. So If I haven't watched it, so I don't know enough about it to write a question about it. And yes, this is Carl Baskin's Blythe. So what are you going to do about it? Any more of them? Any of them answers need read out again? No. Anyway, big round there and strainers. Get back at Ozark. Stick with it. It is slow through the first series, but it is definitely worth it. Good to see Phil picking up my pronunciation. Jimmy Iovine is number 9. Lewis, apologies. Peter, it can't be a shirt because there is no more buttons from here. So by definition, it has to be a blouse. Any feedback as well, folks? If you think it's too difficult or anything, let me know. James Carr, 35. I'm on Bill's Bridges and he only got 35 my quiz. So, seeing as there's no, unfortunately, there's no holidays in the horizon, Kate, and these are made of money. Spend the £7 get Netflix, brilliant. So, by the looks of things, the Adamses have won with 54, unless anybody can beat that. I know he's my old mate and all, people think I'm doing a bit of licking here, but Brian's playing on his own there. 51's a good score. Phil is playing with a house party of probably 7 or 8 people, 50 and a half. No more scores come in then, no. Hollinger, Simon Wilson, Simon Wilson, sorry. Hollinger 44. Yeah, well done to Adams as they won. Yeah, we've had 5 weeks now of the top prize going to winners. I think next week what we'll do is, if everybody gets thinking, I think we'll give the prize to the best team name. I think that'll be a bit different. If everybody thinks that's okay, I'm happy to go with that next week. Have to work out what the prize is going to be, actually. So, folks, just to finish, thanks everyone for playing again. Thanks everyone who's donated. That's the link again for anybody else who wants to donate again. But it's great we've managed to spend an hour each week. Had a bit of crack and raised a few quid for the food bank. So thanks very much to everyone, and see you all again next week. Good night.